Hey, you guys went on a big run in that second quarter. You guys had zero turnovers as well, but then you also shot 50% over from the floor and from the 3 point range. What was the biggest catalyst of that run, in your opinion?
I think everything started on defense on that game. On defense, beside the first 90 seconds of the game, we're putting on point. We finally tried to slow down Donovan to start the game. And the rotation were on point. Everybody thought they came in, did a good job. PG had a great first half. He did a good job to get us going and get redemptive for the whole team. And then we got open shot and we were running. The pace was pretty good. And we had a good run.
We'll move over to Rebecca Harlow.
What's up, old friend? How are you, Nick?
I'm good, you?
Good to see you. Just a couple for you. I know that you said that heading into the playoffs, really, you went and looked at Draymond Green and Boris Diaw in terms of looking at their game, breaking down what they do at that smaller center position. I'm just curious, what have you been able to take from them that you've been able to implement with the success that you've had kind of doing the same thing?
It's really the way they move, the way they open the floor for their teammates, the way they pass the ball, the way they roll, the way they attack the big men off pick and roll. I usually was the ball ender on the pick and roll, and I set the screen, so it's totally a different thing. So I have to learn that, and the way I have to do it, like I say, I think Draymond and Boris were the best for the last 10 years. And let's just try to pick up their brain and do the same in the best I can do, and to have my team going forward.
And now that you're in a position that you're facing a player like Rudy, who you obviously know very well, who you're very close with, who you played with, Team France, all that, has it been easier studying because you already understand his tendencies so well?
I can't say easier because he's the best, obviously, in the NBA right now, but I really kind of know what I have to do maybe to put him in a different position so he can be as successful. And it's not easy because he still found a way to deny and get blocks and protect the paint, but I think that's my job, maybe something to take him out of his comfort, because he's so good at protecting the paint and be there for his teammates. So that's my job sometimes, maybe to take him away from that.
Thanks, Nick.
Can we move over to Miriam?
Hey, Nick. Congrats on a good win yesterday.
Thank you.
Before the playoffs, you mentioned that you were looking forward to having your young son get to watch you and kind of take it in this time. What do you think?
He loves it. No, it's good because that's the first playoffs for him. And, every time he's happy when we're winning, he's happy. So it's just cool. I'm really proud to play in front of him, winning games, and he's happy to watch it, feel the playoff experience. So I just hope we have so many more wins so he can have more time to really enjoy it.
Does he take any credit for helping you with blocks and whatnot?
I think not yet. And I think pretty sure he will at some point, but he will keep practicing every day. So.
We'll move over to the law.
Nick, good to see you. Ty's spoken often this postseason with you playing more at the center about the challenges of the offense when you're there, saying that, your level of comfort playing that position depends on how many plays they can run. And I know there aren't a lot of plays at this point in the playoffs, but what is your level of comfort playing more at the five? How do you think that's come along this postseason offensively?
Honestly, it's new for me. I gotta say, it's pretty new. We play sometimes the small lineup during the season, but to play against Porzingis or Rudy Gobert, a big center, big body, it's pretty new for me. So I never practiced. Getting myself ready to do that. So I'm learning. That's the learning process actually for me during the playoff. But I just try to do the best to, like I said, to make the life of my two superstars easier. Kawhi and PG and maybe Reggie, and Luke Kennard, all those guys. Try to move, set screen, and open the floor, open the space for those guys.
You scored a lot more points than we're used to seeing last night. Do you feel like you kind of reached a point where there's real progression all based off of that one game last night?
Yes, yeah. Like I said, I mean, I'm gonna get open chat because the way like those two guys playing, the way Reg is playing right now, and I'm gonna get open chat anyway. So I've got to be ready to take it.
We'll move over to Andrew.
Nico, good to see you as well. It feels like this series doesn't really start until you guys fall behind by 8 in the first quarter. Is that something that the first quarters and also the third quarters when the net rating is really low too, the starts of each half, is that something you guys talk about and have fixes for that you're hoping will be able to work throughout the rest of the series?
We do. We talked about it. We talk about it, and we have to do something. We have to adjust right away. We can't wait being down 10, 8, 12, depend, whatever, before we get a reaction. No, we gotta maybe sometime be up 10. That'd be nice. I think we did one time against Mavs. I think it was game 4. But we gotta do it. It's like I used to the third quarter as well. I mean, we have a big lead, and then after like the third quarter, like we don't do a good job. So we gotta work on that. And we can put ourselves in a bad position by doing that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, we'll take a few more. We'll move over to Tomer.
Hey, Nico, good to see you, man.
You too.
So in the playoffs, you guys are 5-5, but you have like a point differential of like plus 25. So like when you win, you guys win by a good margin, but when you lose, you only lose by a couple points. What does that tell you that this team, even on nights that they're not playing well, doesn't get blown out, but when you guys do play well, you guys are able to blow teams out like that?
I mean, that's when we gotta focus on details. I mean, we know if we don't lose, like we lose by 4 or 5 points, and we watch film, we did like 15, 20 mistakes. I mean, if we just over half of those, we don't win the game. So we gotta stay focused on good start, like I just said, start the game the right way, don't wait to be down 10, and limit our mistakes. You know, we're a good team. We play against a great team. Right now, we have the 8 best team in the NBA right now, keep still playing. So we can't really make so many mistakes. We have to be ready for everybody.
We'll move over to Eric Walden and close out with Shane Young.
Hey, nice to meet you. I wanted to get back to you talking about it being your job in this series to some degree to put Rudy in uncomfortable situations. Can you kind of just elaborate on that? Obviously, the book on him is, get him away from the rim and put him on the perimeter as much as possible. But given, what he's done over the years to kind of improve in that regard, can you kind of just speak to, what is it that you can do that makes him uncomfortable at this point?
It's a good question. That's why I got 3 trophies in 4 years. Nobody figured it out yet. And when I play with him every summer, that's what I love about him. I know that I have this big guy protecting ourselves, like just in case. So that's why I love to play with him as well. So, but we got to find a way to limit his impact on defense for sure. And he got 3 trophies in 4 years, and we're gonna have to make sure it doesn't have the same impact in the next 3-4 games. So we just have to find a way. I know that's my job, and I got to keep finding the way every game.
Close out with Shane Young. Go ahead.
Hey, Nico. Last night, Reggie was saying how the team loves to feed off of PG's energy and his great offensive starts to the game. Do you sense that as well? And, if he's having a great night, everyone else will kind of fill in?
I agree. I mean, the way he played last night was great, and we feed off of that. I mean, he had 20 points in the first half. He got a great shot. With confidence was attacking the rim on defense. He was great as well. He was talking to anybody during timeout on the court. So when PG's playing like that, game easier for the team. So I really hope he's going to play like that tomorrow as well.
Thanks, Nico. That's all I have for you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.